Good afternoon, everybody, and thanks for clicking on 5 News Web News. It is Monday, March 11th. I'm Brittany Hoke.
And I'm Matt Heckle, and here are some of the top stories we've been following today here on 5 News. A devastating accident claimed the lives of 2 young children in our area over the weekend.
That's right. Clarksburg police are now trying to figure out if a brake issue is what caused a water truck to roll on top of a car with children inside. That accident happened at around 9:30 Saturday night at the intersection of West Pike Street and Route 50. Clarksburg Police Chief Marshall Goff told 5 News the 2 children were 7 and 8 years old. He said that according to the driver, the truck's brakes stopped working while he was driving down the exit ramp. That's when he lost control and hit the sedan. The woman driving that vehicle and the truck driver were both taken to UHC, and they are expected to be okay. And 2 more children were killed in an accident in Braxton County on Friday. This happened Friday afternoon at around 1:30 in the Frametown area. Troopers say that an SUV lost control and slid down a hill and landed in a ditch. The 2 children, a 14-year-old boy and a 12-year-old girl, were thrown from the vehicle, and they both died on scene. 2 other children and 2 adults were taken to the hospital, but they're expected to be okay. None of those children were wearing seatbelts. Troopers did tell us that all 6 people were from Kentucky, but they're not releasing their names just yet.
Well, an ATV accident in Marion County sent 2 people to the hospital early this morning. That happened around 12:30 on Industrial Contracting Road in Fairmont. We don't have too many details at this time, but 911 officials told us that 1 person was flown to Ruby Memorial Hospital by HealthNet. Another person was taken to Ruby by ambulance. The Fairmont Fire Department is in charge of that incident. We're going to have more for you as soon as details become available. And another accident, this one in Upshur County, sent 3 people to area hospitals, one of them by helicopter. It happened just after 1 o'clock Friday afternoon on Route 20. Deputies tell us the man driving a white car crossed the center line and hit the red truck you see right there head on. The driver of the car had to be flown to Ruby Memorial Hospital. The 2 men in the truck were taken to St. Joe's. No word on their names or conditions at this time, but again, as soon as we hear anything else, we'll be sure to let you know here on 5 News.
And the Fairmont Police Department is searching for 2 men they think are responsible for 2 separate armed robberies that happened early Friday morning. Both men wore black knit ski masks and appeared to be in their late teens or early 20s. They had a large silver handgun with white or pearl grips. The first robbery happened at around 12:45 at an apartment complex off of Locust Avenue and Westwood Court. The next one happened at around 1:45 at a home on Field Street. One man is described as being a light-skinned black man about 6 feet tall with a thin build. The other man is white, between 5'8" and 5'10", possibly with dark hair. If you have any information, you can call this number 366-4200.
North Korean Army announced today that the armistice agreement that ended the Korean War is now invalid. The ceasefire agreement signed in 1953 ended the 3-year war between North and South Korea in a truce. Since the 2 sides do remain technically at war, it remains to be seen whether the invalidation means that either side can resume hostilities. Since last week, North Korea has been threatening to scrap the armistice after the UN Security Council passed tougher sanctions against it. The sanctions were in response to North Korea's February 12th nuclear test. The North has declared the ceasefire null several times in the past. The declaration follows the start of joint military exercises this morning between the U.S. and South Korea. North Korea has called the drills an open declaration of war. And Afghanistan President Hamid Karzai has accused the United States of working with the Taliban to undermine the Afghan government. Karzai made the comments before a meeting with Chuck Hagel, the new U.S. Secretary of Defense. A joint press conference with Karzai and Hagel scheduled for after their meeting was canceled. Officials say it was because of security concerns and had nothing to do with Karzai's accusations. Hagel denies any American involvement with the Taliban. And let's take a quick look at what our newsroom's working on for tonight for First at 5 and 5 News at 6. First up, more details into a devastating accident that killed 2 young boys over the weekend.
Plus, teen driver deaths are on the rise. We're going to take a look at those numbers. And after a spring-like weekend, temperatures will begin to drop off a little bit this week. We're going to have a look at your first alert forecast tonight on First at 5 and 5 News at 6.
Hope you enjoyed that weekend while it lasts.
They never last long enough. Spring will never come too soon.
But it's coming. It's coming. That's the moral of the story. All right, that's going to do it for us. Be sure to tune in tonight for First at 5 and 5 News at 6. Until then,
have a great day, everybody.